Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how to create meme for social media. First thing we need to do is a couple of pictures or a few more pictures, and then we need to set up a canvas. So first you click on create new document in Photoshop, go to custom and select your canvas. I'm going to use 800 by 800, but if you're working for or creating meme for social media like Snapchat and Instagram, just make it a little bit smaller. That will do. Press create. First thing we're going to do, so we have our untitled thing, which is called the background, and we will unlock our background so we can work on it later if we need to. Okay, now we need a couple of pictures. So I'll have two pictures. One is of a cat here, and one is of glasses. Both of them, as you will see, are PNG images. So cat is PNG, and glasses are PNG as well. So we're going to go to the original layer. We unlocked it. We can call it background if we need to. And then we're also going to use a parts of our cat and parts of our glasses. So first we're going to cut a little bit of a cut. So we have a lot of different options here, but I'm going to be really quick. So I'm going to use the rectangular marquee tool because I have a transparent background. So using this tool, select the area I want, let go, click on Move tool, press Ctrl C for copy, and go to your background and press Ctrl V. Don't worry if the image is too big, we're going to change it later. And I will do the same with the glasses. So I'm going to go to the rectangular marquee tool, I'm going to select my glasses, I'm going to click to the Move tool, press Ctrl C, go back, and press Ctrl V. So as you can see now, you have your glasses and your cat. They are all on the same layers as I'm pointing. So we're going to change the layer first. So we're going to put cat, and we're going to put glasses. So double click. And then what we're going to do with these layers, we're going to convert them to mask. To do that, it's not really necessary, but I like to do that because then I can edit it later. So I can grab it, move it, and drop it here. So create a mask, and do the same thing with a cat. So grab the cat and drop it here. So to create mask. Now I'm going to make it into position and make it smaller. To do that, I'm going to click on a layer, cat, for example. So I'm working with layer cat. Press Ctrl T, it's important, Ctrl T, and Ctrl T will select my image, and I can make it really small if I need to. I can also tilt it, okay, make it into position like so. Here we are. And I'm going to do the same with the glasses. So click on the glass layer, press Ctrl T, which selects the glasses. I can make them smaller, a little bit more smaller. I can tilt them and maybe put it there. If you right click, you have more different options, like you can skew them, distort them, whatever you want to do here. So you've got a little bit more options here. But so far, I think I'm happy with my glasses right now. And so that's my cat. Done. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put some background over it, and I'm going to use a little bit of masking here. First I'm going to make my image smaller. So there's this zoom, and if you click on it, you will see that if I click on zoom of the cat, so I go to zoom, and then you can make it smaller or you can make it bigger. So you can zoom in and zoom out. So right click and then go zoom out, maybe a little bit of zoom out as well. So I have kind of area to work with. So let's put some sort of background. I'm going to use the polygon this time. So if you can see, there's a polygon on the right hand side, oh sorry, left hand side, and I'll click on a polygon. I'm going to make it 21 sided polygon. I'm going to explain why in a minute. And before I move the polygon in, I'm also going to use the sort of like I'm going to use the ruler. So I want to see the position in the middle. If you don't have a ruler set up, I suggest you go to your Windows and View, and you go to your rulers here. Okay, now let's go to the polygon. So I'm going to polygon, pick a color of a polygon. I think I'm going to go for red to start with, and then I'm going to draw my polygon. Okay, I'm going to draw it like that, and I can move it into position if I need to. So I can move it into position. Try to cover all the sides. Okay, so if I need to make it a little bit bigger, press Ctrl T to select it, make it a little bit bigger. It will be easier at the end. Okay, so to cover a whole area. Fine. So the next step is I'm going to select this special tool, which is called Direct Selection Tool. So if you there's a drop-down list here, and you can see two. So Direct Selection Tool, and what it does, it allows you to move the points of your polygon. So I'll click on the white one, which is called Direct Selection Tool, and then what I'm going to do when I click on the polygon itself, so we need to go to the polygon layer. Okay, I can now grab these points, okay, and then put them in the middle. Yes, and then I will reveal eventually the image that is below. Okay, I'm going to pause the video to do it very quickly. Okay, so I have now used my polygon tool, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to duplicate this layer. So I'm going to go to the layer, click on the layer. So first I'm going to go there and right click, duplicate layer, which is going to polygon copy. I can use that. Okay, as you can see, I have two polygon copies. Okay, so polygon copy. Fantastic. Now with the polygon copy selected, I'm going to kind of press Ctrl T and move it around. Okay, I move it around like this. Now as I moved it around, I can also change the color. So you go back to the polygon and then change the color to, I don't know, well, let's do a little bit of green. So we have a little bit of color here, and I'm going to do it with another extra layer. The point I'm trying to say here is that you can change the, if you click on the polygon now, you can kind of move the points, so it's kind of covering perfectly your shape, if you like. So if I have little white spaces here, I can do it now. So step 3, right click on the layer, duplicate it, polygon copy to, okay, change the color, pick a favorite color, let's put orange. Fantastic. Then what you do is Ctrl T to select, click on a polygon layer, Ctrl T to select, and then turn it around again like so, and we're going to adjust it in a second. And now we're going to go back to the polygon, and then what we could do using our tool, again, we're going to sort of fill the white spaces like so. So you've got kind of like 3 polygons, doesn't matter. So it looks perfect to me. And now what we're going to do, we're going to move the cat and glasses on the top. So to the top. So we're going to move it to the top layer. There's the glasses. I'll just put a cat here and then put a cat there. So obviously I put the glasses above the cat, but that's the whole point of layers. And we have our super background. So before we move and add the final text and export it, what we're going to do on a cat layer, we're going to add a little bit of effect. So I'm going to click on the layer here, and I'm going to click on FX. So it means effect. And I'm going to drop a little shadow. It looks like the cat, as you can see, has a little shadow around it. So what I can do now, I can play with the shadow. So it's a hard shadow or really sharp shadow. So just leave a little shadow there. It looks a bit more realistic. I'm going to choose about 122, but it's really up to you what you want to do. Okay, press OK, so we're happy with the shadow. Finally, we're going to add a text. So the text tool is on the left here, as you can see, text tool. So you click on a text tool. Okay, choose the font. I'm going to go impact. I'm going to go regular. And perhaps I'm going to maybe 60. I'm going to put 60. And what you do, you drop your text tool here. Okay, fantastic. Now, once you do that, you can then write your text as you like. So I'm going to click on text, double check its text is select, double text layer, select text, and then you're going to have probably some Lorem Ipsum predefined text which you can delete, and then you write your own one. And I'm going to write the word learn, but that's just for me. You can write whatever you want. Now with the text selected, okay, so text layer selected, we're going to put a little bit of filters here. Okay, so we can select the text layer. We should really call it text, and we're going to put some effect. Now the effect we're going to use is going to be stroke, so we're going to use a stroke. Okay, I'm already having by default black stroke color, but you can choose the different color from a color palette. If you click on it, it will be on my other screen, so you can choose the whatever stroke you want, a little bit of dark, but I'm gonna keep a black stroke. And you can also set the size of the stroke, so I'm gonna leave it about 8 pixels, a little bit of fun, and I'm happy with this. So press OK. Now I've got my text, I've got my effect. Obviously the cat ear is sort of behind the text. So what I need to do is maybe move the text below the cat, so you see the effect straight away. Okay, now it looks like it's behind. So with text layer, we can duplicate it and write a new one. So again, I'm going to go text layer, I'm going to duplicate this. Okay, duplicate layer, text copy, fine. And then on this text copy, I can just drag it into position, and then I can make the text layer smaller. I can do whatever I want to do here. So at the moment, if it's a 60 pixels, I could make it 30 pixels if I like, and delete the rest. Then I'll write learn Photoshop. Okay, now obviously it's behind again, so with this layer maybe I'll put it slightly. Yeah, that looks good. And again, if you want to put other filters, you can select the layer, you can go FX, and you have so many different filters. You can have a gradient, blend, bevels, and emboss, and shadows, and whatever you want to do, but I'm going to keep that like it is. Okay, so I finished. So what I need to do is just to export it, right? To export the image to final product, there are many different ways, but I'm just going to go to File, and I'm going to go Export, and then Save for the web. With this Save for the web, you will see that new windows will pop up, and I would like you to change it or save it as a JPEG. Quality about over 70, but not too big, about 88. I'm happy with that. You can optimize it later, but that's it. So you just basically have to save and save it into your document. So I press save, go to my documents, let's put it in my picture, and I'm just gonna call it my meme. And here we go, all done in Photoshop in less than about 10 minutes.